The film opens with Sadie, a young woman exploring the outskirts of Washington, D.C. Amid her busyness, Sadie receives a call from someone named Dr. Yates. Their conversation feels heavy, revolving around the unexpected death of someone. Sadie, with a sorrowful tone, expresses her feelings. Even though she wasn't very close to the deceased, Sadie feels deeply distressed. She explains that the emotional connection arose from the many similarities between them, the same age, similar jobs, and even identical homes that felt cold and empty. Dr. Yates tries to comfort Sadie and promises to come over soon to check on her. The scene then shifts to a market, where a man named Cole Turner is seen managing a small stall. Cole, who has just been dumped by his girlfriend, confides in a woman named Edna. However, Edna, the owner of the neighboring plant stall, quickly spreads the story to others. After a while, Edna leaves her stall with Cole to go for a smoke. While Edna is away, Sadie suddenly appears at the stall. She seems interested in one of the plants there and begins to examine it closely. Cole, curious, approaches the stall and asks what Sadie is doing. Sadie says she wants to buy a plant but is worried about its care since she often travels. Hearing this, Cole hesitates to sell the plant, fearing it will die. Their conversation turns into a small argument. When Edna returns, she quickly resolves the situation by charging Sadie $10 for the plant. Sadie eventually leaves. However, before she gets too far, Edna teases Cole about asking Sadie out. At first, Cole is reluctant, but he finally runs after Sadie to her car and musters up the courage to invite her for coffee. Sadie, initially confused by the invitation after their argument, declines at first, but after a moment, she changes her mind. The two spend the day together, visiting various places and sharing stories about their lives. Sadie, who turns out to be an art curator, talks about how her job often takes her around the world. Meanwhile, Cole shares that he is busy writing a book about plant cultivation. Their conversation expanded to various topics, including horror movies. Sadie shared her perspective, saying she chooses not to feel fear. She recounted a childhood story of fleeing her country with her mother on a raft. Her mother's bravery inspired her to become a strong person, and since then, she felt like nothing could scare her anymore. They continued spending time together until nightfall. While at a bar, Sadie decided to sing. Cole, despite being invited, felt too shy to join her on stage. In the middle of their conversation, Sadie revealed that she needed a friend like a cactus, resilient, low maintenance, yet meaningful. Her nomadic lifestyle often left her feeling lonely and directionless. That day marked the beginning of their unique relationship, where they started exploring their newfound friendship, sharing experiences, and gradually connecting their dreams. When Cole dropped Sadie off at her home, the night turned into a romantic encounter filled with passion and energy. Afterward, Cole returned home and shared stories about Sadie with his family. His parents seemed happy to hear about it, but his sister Maddie gave a warning. Knowing Cole well, Maddie worried he might mess things up due to his tendency to get overly excited about new relationships. Even so, Cole confidently said that Sadie might be the one for him. His mother, while acknowledging his impulsive nature, still supported him. A few days passed, but Cole started feeling restless because Sadie wasn't responding to his messages. His father tried to reassure him with various possible reasons, but Maddie immediately accused Sadie of simply ignoring him. In frustration, Cole remembered that his inhaler, which had a tracker, was left in Sadie's bag. When Cole checked the location of the inhaler, he discovered that Sadie was in London. Encouraged by his parents' support, despite Maddie advising otherwise, Cole decided to surprise Sadie by going directly to London. Once there, as he tracked the inhaler's location, he ended up lost in a dark alley and was kidnapped by an unknown group. Cole found himself in a strange laboratory filled with dangerous insects used as torture devices. The interrogators kept calling him a tax officer, even though Cole repeatedly explained that he was just a writer and a farmer. Just as Cole was on the verge of being tortured, Sadie suddenly appeared with a rifle, taking down everyone in the room. Cole was shocked to learn that Sadie was not an art curator, as she had claimed, but a CIA agent. As they escaped, a gunfight broke out, and Sadie handed Cole a weapon. Although Cole was reluctant to shoot, he helped find cover while trying to make sense of the intense situation. After successfully escaping the cave where they were held, it was revealed that they were in Khyber Pass, Pakistan. They attempted to flee in a jeep, but soon local security forces began chasing them. In panic, they hijacked a bus and initiated a thrilling chase. Several soldiers managed to board the bus, but Cole, using his high school wrestling skills, subdued them one by one. During the pursuit, Sadie accused Cole of being a stalker who showed up uninvited after their night together, while Cole defended himself, saying this was his way of making a romantic gesture. Eventually, they managed to fend off their pursuers, but the bus broke down. Sadie told Cole that they would have to continue on foot. The scene shifted to another cave, where a man named Levesque, the mastermind behind all the chaos, was demanding a password from a tax officer. Believing Cole to be the tax officer he was looking for, Levesque offered a $1 million reward to anyone who could bring him in. Meanwhile, Sadie and Cole arrived in Mingora, a small town in Pakistan, where they met a man named Marco, a prominent figure there. Marco, who appeared to have a past with Sadie, greeted her with a kiss, leaving Cole stunned. They then discussed Sadie's main mission, which was to retrieve something called Aztec, while Cole was just a side issue. Sadie asked Marco to arrange a safe flight back to America for Cole, and Marco agreed. In the middle of the meeting, it was revealed that Marco and Sadie had a romantic history in the past, particularly because they shared the same profession. The complex relationship between their past, the dangerous mission, and the new tension among the three of them began to create deeper conflicts. When Sadie left, Marco firmly warned Cole to stop contacting her. However, the situation took a drastic turn shortly after. Marco, who initially seemed to be their ally, was suddenly shot dead by a man named Eve. Eve, who introduced himself as Sam's grandson, held Sadie and Cole at gunpoint and kidnapped them. The tension escalated when another man, Leopard, was sent by Levesque to attack Eve. In the chaotic situation, Leopard took over and forced Sadie and Cole to go with him. However, before the plan could unfold, Leopard was killed by someone else who called himself Lion. Lion then ordered them to keep driving. The chaos didn't stop there. Lion was also killed, giving Sadie and Cole the chance to escape. Inside the car, Cole tried to make sense of the situation and told Sadie that the captors kept pressuring him to provide a passcode. This made Sadie realize that without the code, Aztec could not be activated. Sadie then revealed a dark secret. She had killed Edna, her last colleague, who turned out to be a traitor working with the enemy. This confession intensified the tension between them, leading Sadie to vent her emotions by punching Cole. The next scene showed Sadie now appearing cold and calculated. She acted as a bounty hunter, turning Cole over to Levesque's men while claiming that Cole was the tax officer holding the Aztec passcode. On board a plane, Sadie was promised payment after the mission was completed. However, the plan shifted when they decided to torture Cole to obtain the code. Wagner, Levesque's right-hand man, took charge of the interrogation. The tension reached its peak when Wagner found a photo of Sadie and Cole together in bed. This led Wagner to conclude that Sadie was actually the tax officer with access to the Aztec code. Unwilling to accept this conclusion, Sadie immediately attacked Wagner and took him down. A brutal fight broke out. Sadie showcased her combat skills, killing one of the men who fought her, even after being stabbed. Meanwhile, Cole used his wrestling skills to subdue another enemy. As the situation grew more critical, Sadie told Cole to jump out of the plane with Aztec and a parachute. However, Cole refused to leave her behind. In the end, they jumped together, supporting each other mid-air. 6 hours later, they found themselves stranded on Socotra Island in the Arabian Sea. There, Cole treated their injuries using his knowledge of plants. The next morning, their relationship reignited, culminating in a passionate encounter. However, the moment didn't last long. Wagner and his men attacked them again. Fortunately, Sadie had previously sent their location to the CIA, who arrived just in time to neutralize most of Wagner's forces. Despite this, Wagner managed to escape with Aztec, leaving the CIA team frustrated. The scene shifted to the CIA headquarters, where Sadie and Cole underwent an interview with Monty Jackson. During the session, Sadie stated that saving Cole was a major mistake because it resulted in the loss of Aztec. The statement hurt Cole's pride, sparking an argument between them. The emotional and sexual tension between them was palpable. Even the lie detector used couldn't hide it, prompting Jackson to joke that they needed to get a room. After the interview, Sadie met with her boss, Dr. Yates. Instead of support, Sadie received a stern warning. Dr. Yates expressed disappointment in her and warned her that her career was on the line. Tension and pressure continued to weigh on Sadie amidst the high-stakes mission. Meanwhile, Jackson continued to talk dismissively about Sadie to Cole, but Cole firmly defended her. When Jackson called Sadie a killer and a liar, Cole's attention was drawn to a photo showing a particular plant. Cole quickly identified the plant as a clue Edna had used to store the Aztec passcode. Realizing this, they immediately planned to retrieve the plant from Edna's apartment and strategized on how to take down Levesque. Concern grew as Cole felt that Levesque wouldn't stop pursuing him, endangering his family. Although Sadie warned that the CIA was merely using Cole, he casually replied that they had also used her. As Sadie left the CIA headquarters, Cole began working with their team. Meanwhile, Mr. Utami, the man who hired Levesque to obtain Aztec, was losing patience and demanding immediate results. Levesque tried to calm him down, assuring him that Aztec was nearly within their grasp. However, the pressure escalated when Utami issued an ultimatum. If the passcode wasn't found, Levesque would be killed. They arranged a meeting at a mall to finalize the deal, but the situation turned tragic when Cole's team was slaughtered. Amidst the chaos, a dying Jackson ordered Cole to flee. Instead, Cole chose to stay, convinced that Sadie would come to his rescue. Cole joined Utami and his men at the negotiation table, while Levesque revealed that they had Aztec in their possession, but still needed Cole to unlock it. Cole played the role of a traitor, demanding wealth in exchange for his cooperation. However, Levesque wasn't easily fooled, as he had already suspected Cole's plan. Tension continued to rise until Sadie appeared. With confidence, Cole told Utami that he was actually the tax agent holding the passcode. After receiving the funds transfer from Utami, Cole opened the box containing Aztec. But as the box opened, Levesque attempted to attack Cole, only to realize that he was surrounded by bounty hunters secretly hired by Sadie. A gunfight broke out instantly, plunging the scene into chaos. Sadie managed to seize Aztec and took cover under a table with Cole. For a moment, they worked together against their enemies, but the circumstances forced them to separate. Cole eventually found himself in a one-on-one fight with Wagner, while Utami ordered Levesque to flee. Instead, Levesque shot Utami. Cole and Wagner's battle moved to a control room filled with large machines. During their fierce fight, the machines were accidentally activated, causing the entire building to shake and creating even more chaos. Meanwhile, Sadie and Levesque were locked in an intense gunfight. Cole managed to kill Wagner and returned to the hall just in time to see Levesque nearly finish off Sadie. Despite Cole's efforts to intervene, Levesque ultimately gained control of Aztec. In a desperate move, Sadie raised her gun and shot at the ceiling above Levesque. The explosion caused debris to fall, tragically ending Levesque's life. With the threat eliminated, Sadie successfully secured Aztec, while Cole stood safely by her side. The scene then shifted to a calmer, more peaceful setting, showing Sadie and Cole enjoying dinner with Cole's family. At the dinner table, the atmosphere was filled with laughter and warmth. Cole's parents warmly welcomed Sadie, clearly happy to have her there. Even Maddie, who was usually somewhat critical, seemed charmed by Sadie. Amid stories of their dangerous adventures, the bond of friendship and closeness between them grew stronger. 3 months later, their lives appeared to be going smoothly. Cole and Sadie were now in a serious relationship, supporting each other's career successes. However, as always, their lives were never completely free from surprises. In a shocking moment, Cole opened the trunk of their car and found a man tied up with his mouth gagged inside. Calmly, Sadie explained that the man was an arms dealer. This moment showed that even though they were trying to live a normal life, the elements of danger and adventure remained an inseparable part of their relationship.